medium roast that kicks you in the face first thing in the morning. Crush a cup of fit to fight before you crush yourself. Fueled by SOFLETE. I think I'm pronouncing that right. SOFLETE. Fit to Fight blend from SOFLETE. I think maybe roasted and distributed through Black Rifle. That's our coffee today. And we've got our tumbler from 1776 United. This is the last item I have from them currently. So we'll have to start repeating stuff or whatever. Don't tread on me on the front, and a nice 1776 United logo on the back. Again, this is this like 32 ounce tumbler, 40 ounce maybe. The same size as the other tumbler we did. Standard lid. This one's kind of smoky in color. Not as, I think not as high quality as the one from Black Rifle, which I think is Big Frig brand. And this one, I don't see a brand on it. But this one, the slider lid, like actually stays in place. The Big Frig lid that's clear, when you go to drink, it slides down on you. So you have to like kind of hold it up with your finger or your lip. So I guess points for the lid on this one. Tumbler works just as good as the other one. It's the right size. I love it because it's big and it is yellow, and I like big yellow items. This goes back to when I had to buy some training boxes when I left the Camel's training group / was removed, and I had to, well, there's a big story to it. Anyway, I bought 2 big equipment boxes that were yellow. I'll get some pictures for you. Place them where I needed them to be. So I like the big yellow tumbler. The coffee, this is a very good coffee. I'm not sure if Black Rifle carries it anymore. I'll put a link in if they do. This was it's a nutty dark roast, and it made me think of like cooking in a cast iron pot, like a big cauldron type of a thing, like a huge cast iron pot that you're gonna cook some roux in, you know, for a gumbo. That type of a smell going on, that deep, dark, earthy, metallic notes. This coffee, it hits you up front and then it dissipates off the back of your tongue a lot like a whiskey does. Okay, like when you drink whiskey, it's boom right there, and then it kind of filters off and trickles down the back of your throat, back of your tongue. This coffee does a very similar thing to that. Let's see, dark, earthy, bites a bit on the tongue and initial swallow, but very smooth on the way down. The whole beans smell of dark chocolate and cherries. So overall, very nice coffee. Something that I would purchase again, absolutely. It's an 8 on the roasting scale. Not much to say other than this is one of my favorites that Black Rifle has distributed that I've purchased. So SOFLETE Fit to Fight 1776 United Tumbler. 2 excellent choices if you're looking for drink solutions. Now, today's topic, masks for the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, we're told they want, CDC wants people to wear cloth masks. And for me, initially I thought, okay, you know, we'll make some cloth masks or, you know, bandana, coffee filter, whatever. But then you have to wash them. And if you've made a mask and you've stitched it, then you got to make 2 masks, because when you come back, you want to throw one in the washer and disinfect it, and then you take another one out. And I thought, well, I don't go out that much. I only need 1 device, and I can wash bandanas, no problem. But I don't want to mess around with doing this, and I might as well make something cool, right? If you're gonna have to wear a mask, let's wear something cool, and let's wear something that's gonna last, right? So I asked people if they were interested in me making them, like selling them to them, and I got quite a bit of interest. So I went ahead and finished a couple of prototypes. Okay, this is the initial prototype. that I did for myself. We had the throwing sector air holes here. The brands were after. I kind of singed some of the stitching along the side here. And I put in a metal buckle here, okay, which is really sexy, but it's not overly comfortable, and it's really hard to get the thing in there when the mask is on your face, right? Because you put it on, and then you gotta figure out how to do it back here behind your head. And like I said, it's really sexy, it's very secure, but I'm not sure it's the best way to do it, especially for making them for other people. So I put that one aside. We went with the different stitching model, and I created this one with the Velcro. First time we did the Velcro, okay? So here, this mask, up, Velcro, on, right? And so I thought this one is much better design. I changed the shape a little bit. This is a cheap leather, or like not as high quality. Like you're not going to really want this type of leather against your face. And so then I went ahead and made the same design out of this really nice wax leather that is very comfortable on your face. Now the big difference is with this is we're going to go with the Velcro strap in the back instead of the buckle. And then on the initial prototype people saw, I seamed these edges. I rolled this edge over, thinking to make it more comfortable and seal better on your face. It was also very labor intensive. Okay, this is all hand stitching along here. Very labor intensive. I actually found making this prototype that leaving a clean edge seals it along the face better, and it's a little more comfortable. There's less material there. So this mask on the face here, up and on, okay? I don't have a microphone, but you can kind of see how your voice changes a bit with the mask on. It's a bit more muffled. It's a bit more muffled than with a cloth mask, okay? But this is really secure, right? That mask seals all the way along your cheekbone, down the side of your face here, and then it comes up and seals all along your jawbone and comes up around under your chin here. Now, I know with a lot of mask protocol, they want like down under the chin and stuff, right? For these cloth masks, you have to get that type of coverage, or with these like N95 masks, because you're drawing this air in from the side if you don't get a good seal. But with this leather, if it's fitted properly, it hits tight all the way along, and so you actually end up with very few gaps. And so you don't need to worry too much about having that coming all the way under and around your chin, okay? Another thing with leather is it's really hard to get that shape out of it, so I designed it so it just seal around here. You know, these are something that's gonna last you a long time, right? You can even use it for doing some wood shop stuff, you know, not anything paint or fumes, but you know, just a general face covering. Also, kind of Mad Max inspired, right? Make your own end of the world leather stuff. Each one of these will be very individual. Okay, it's all handmade. Every one of these stamps is laid down individually, so it's going to be a lot of individual discrepancy between the masks. I'm going to try and make all of these with materials in-house. And so for the nose piece here, we're going to do, I've got some neoprene on here, right? And this is some leftover stock from doing the wrist supports. I did the statement that I'm not going to have any more red wrist supports until I saw the black, to order more material to try and keep the postal system and, you know, just items being touched by people and stuff to a minimum. So these masks are going to be made with leftover neoprene and leftover hook and loop items, okay? It will function perfectly fine, but it's not going to be straight out of the box perfect. Like, you're going to have like some different edges, and you're going to have some extra threading in there from when it was stitched to something else. But overall, it'll be a very nice mask. Also, the rivets might not be exactly the same for every mask. That's just, it's going to be made out of what I have in the shop and based on how many orders we get. I guess I will let people kind of do a custom air hole thing if they want. The design of these masks is intended to take, what I've been doing is taking a circle coffee filter, okay, and fold it up into quarters, and then that top of the corner fits into the top of the mask here, and then you can have that coffee filter covers up all those holes. And then I just take like a third of a bandana or a piece of cloth or something and fold it up and lay it in there, and then that gives you everything that you need for a cloth barrier before you put it on, and then you're good to go. Okay, comes up behind under the ears, around the neck, and it's pretty comfortable. I can't imagine it getting too tight on your nose, especially with the Velcro. You can wear it a little bit loose. And this is a nice soft leather up against your skin, so super comfy. If you want one, I'll have ordering instructions on the website. We'll do some social media releases. I think we're going to do kind of like a pre-order stage. Also, when ordering, I will let people pick the red leather or the brown leather. Okay, I've got a lot more of the brown right now than the red. It's the same type of leather, just different color. And here you can see how the brown brands up next to the red. This was just preliminary branding, so like the finished product would be darker, it'd be more like this one on the brown. But you can see how the difference between those leathers.